Curious minds, it's your favorite host, Aquifer. What are we going to be learning today? Let's learn about underground water. We all know that there are two main sources of water we benefit from. After rain falls, we have part of the rain captured in rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, which makes up the surface water, while another part of the runoff sinks into the ground to form underground water. The formation on the ground is divided into four. We have the aquifer, which is a layer of rock or soil that holds and transmits water easily. We also have the aquiclude, also called the aquitard in some cases. It is a layer that holds water but does not allow the water to flow through easily. It is a stubborn layer. We have the aquifuge. It is a layer that neither holds water nor lets it pass through. This one is more like an antisocial person who is an introvert. Finally, we have the aquitard. It is a layer that slows down the water movement, but it still lets the water flow through. Just that it flows slowly. You get bad belly, this one. Not as tight as aquiclude, but it's not as free-flowing as an aquifer. It's not completely an introvert, but it's more like an ambivert. Now that we know the four layers, I would like us to learn more about the most important layer that God decided to bless us with, which is the aquifer. What is an aquifer? An aquifer is like a big sponge, basically. Underground, it holds water. It's made of rocks, sands, or gravels, and have tiny spaces in which water is collected. Imagine the earth is wearing a backpack. Under its skin, inside that backpack, there are layers of wet sponge, pebbles, and sands. When it rains, water trickles down into the backpack and it fills up. The water can stay there for years. You know how sponge used to hold water for long without getting dry. So that's how the aquifer holds water for centuries. That's the easy explanation of how an aquifer works. So when we need it, we use wells or pumps to suck it out like a straw. You just dig wells like how you drink water or juice with a straw in a juice pouch. Just basically like that. Fun fact, did you know that some aquifers are so huge that they can hold billions of liters of water, enough to fill thousands of swimming pools? When it rains, water doesn't just disappear. We know some of it flows into rivers or lakes, some parts of it evaporate back to the sky, but a lot of it soaks into the ground, and that scenario is called infiltration. This water trickles down through the soil and gets trapped in spaces between rocks and sand deep underground. So an aquifer is like a sponge, like I said. It has holes, or a water bottle, anyone you would like to look at it as. Water gets into it and is trapped, is held for years, for centuries, until you dig a well which is like a straw and you suck it out. It's there. God just blessed us with it. How do we use an aquifer? People drill wells into the aquifers. Those wells some of them might be as deep as 200 meters. Some of them might be as shallow as maybe 20-30 meters. So it depends on the formation there. And we use the water for drinking, farming, factories, activities, cooking, washing, anything you think of. That's what the water is used for. And mostly waters dug from well or aquifers are naturally clean. You don't need to go through rigorous water treatment to remove anything. Most of the time, the only thing you need to remove is maybe hardness. Some of the water underground comes with hardness. Apart from that, it's very clean and safe for drinking. Farms also use them to grow crops. In hot countries like Nigeria, aquifers provide clean water even when the river is dry. So surface water, sometimes with mild temperatures, you see rivers drying up. So that's when the aquifer comes to play. There is a big problem though. If we take too much water from the aquifer faster than the rain can refill it, it starts to dry up. Example is, imagine drinking juice from a bottle through a straw. If you suck it too fast and you don't refill that bottle, the bottle becomes empty. So that's how the aquifer works. And with the way we are using our underground water, especially in Nigeria, it might get dry soon. Let me conclude this lesson by giving you a very simple story. And I would like to name it Amina and the Magic Underground Tank. So Amina is a lady who lives in a dry village. One day, her well stops giving water. She learned from her teacher that too many people were taking water from the same underground tank. So they decided to build rain catchers and plant trees to help refill the groundwater. Over time, the aquifer fills up again and the well started working, it started giving water. A question, why can't you be like Amina? Let's work together to save the environment. Let's save the earth.